This is the video presentation of Group 10, discussing the Commission on Elections, COMELEC, and its quasi-judicial proceedings. We'll cover COMELEC's role, its quasi-judicial powers, the required quantum of evidence, and due process in its decision-making. The Commission on Elections, COMELEC, is a constitutional body in the Philippines responsible for overseeing the electoral process to ensure fair, orderly, and credible elections. It consists of a chairman and 6 commissioners, who are appointed by the President and confirmed by the Commission on Appointments. COMELEC enforces election laws, regulates campaign activities, and resolves disputes related to elections. With quasi-judicial authority, it handles cases on electoral eligibility, qualifications, and voting irregularities. By overseeing both national and local elections, COMELEC plays a vital role in upholding democracy and ensuring the integrity of the voting process.
We now come to the basis of the Commission's quasi-judicial power. Since it is the 1987 Philippine Constitution which created the Commission, it is also the Constitution which grants the COMELEC its powers and functions. Including in its power is the power to decide all contests relating to the election, returns, and qualifications of all regional, provincial, and city officials, as well as to review the decisions of the lower courts in regards to the municipal or barangay officials. In Javier versus COMELEC, the phrase election returns and qualification includes the conduct of the polls, the listing of voters, the holding of electoral campaign, and the casting and counting of the votes, the canvass of the returns, and the proclamation of the winners, including questions concerning the composition of the board of canvassers and the authenticity of the election returns. It also includes matters that could be raised against the proclaimed winner, such as disloyalty or ineligibility, or the inadequacy of his certificate of candidacy. Moving on to the extent and limitations as to the Commission's jurisdiction and its exercise of its quasi-judicial power, the Constitution requires that all election cases shall be heard and decided in division. When a case is filed, it must be first heard and decided by the division before moving on to the commission and bank. A motion for reconsideration of a decision of the division will be decided by the commission and bank. The filing of the motion for reconsideration is a condition sine qua non before elevating the case to the Supreme Court. The Commission have no jurisdiction over candidates vying for seats in the Congress upon a valid proclamation, a proper oath, and assumption of office. It means that a candidate for a Congress seat, if proclaimed as a winner, took an oath and assumed office, they will no longer be within the jurisdiction of the COMELEC when it comes to election contests. The jurisdiction will now be with the appropriate electoral tribunal. The Commission, as stated by the Constitution, have exclusive original jurisdiction over all contests relating to the election, returns, and qualifications of elective regional, provincial, and city officials. So a case concerning these officials will be filed originally with the COMELEC. How about those in the municipal or barangay positions, elective positions? According to the Constitution, the COMELEC has the appellate jurisdiction over all contests involving elective municipal officials decided by the trial courts of general jurisdiction or involving elective barangay officials, including SK chairman, decided by the trial courts of limited jurisdictions. For cases involving municipal officials, it will be within the jurisdiction of the RTC and may be appealed to the COMELEC. For barangay officials, the jurisdiction will be within the metropolitan trial courts, the municipal trial courts in the cities, and municipal circuit trial courts. Furthermore, decisions, final orders, or rulings of the Commission shall be final, executory, and not appealable.
The Commission on Elections, COMELEC, proceedings in the Philippines are quasi-judicial and administrative, focusing on resolving election-related disputes and enforcing election laws. As a quasi-judicial body, COMELEC operates with procedures similar to courts but under a specialized framework, emphasizing efficiency in electoral matters. In terms of evidence, COMELEC requires substantial evidence, meaning enough relevant information for a reasonable mind to reach a conclusion. Due process is central, ensuring parties receive adequate notice, the chance to present their case, impartial decision-making, and the right to appeal where permitted. This structure supports COMELEC's role in maintaining fair and credible elections.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Catalina C, Coso, and I'll be discussing the rules of procedure in COMELEC. The Commission, exercising its constitutional or statutory duties, may decide cases in bank or into divisions. Decisions are reached through consultation, then assigned by referral to a member to draft the opinion, with certification by the chairman or presiding commissioner. Any member who dissents or abstains must state the reasons. Each decision must clearly present the facts and applicable law. How an action or proceedings by parties commenced in COMELEC. To start a case, any authorized person must file a protest or petition with the Commission, including their details, the respondent's details, jurisdictional facts, a concise statement of their claims, and the specific relief sought along with any other just or equitable relief. How an action by the Commission commenced in COMELEC. If the Commission initiates a case on its own, it issues an order for a hearing that outlines its purpose and relevant facts, notifying interested or affected parties and publishing it in a national newspaper at least 10 days before the hearing. So, to access also the relevant COMELEC forms and procedural guidelines, we will provide a QR code so that you can ensure compliance with required protocols for electoral matters. Thank you.